Peter Obi no go ever win the 2027 elections, and I'll tell you why. I am saying that as someone who is actually rooting for him to win, so calm down. I'm a proud Fulani from northern Nigeria, and just like you didn't choose to be born an Igbo person or Yoruba, whatever tribe you are, I didn't choose that either. Now, even if I wanted to change, I couldn't. Even if you wanted, you couldn't. If we had the chance to change our countries, a lot of us would not leave Nigeria for their wahala because they can't shake away for this country. We don't sign up for that thing. But what can we do? This is our country, and we have to find a way out. Is Peter Obi perfect? Absolutely not. Is he one of the best options on the table right now? Yes. However, competence alone has never won presidential election in Nigeria, and I'll tell you what does. But firstly, let me clear up something from my last video. Now, a lot of people thought I was trying to protect the North or attacking the East, but I wasn't. I was merely condemning one thing, which is blaming entire ethnic groups for the crime of criminals. Because once that becomes normal, innocent people pay the price, and we've seen that on several occasions in Nigeria. This is exactly what I was worried about. Some Northerners say they are now being tagged as bandits, criminals, and terrorists. Yesterday it was Fulani, today is the Northerners, tomorrow it could be any other tribe. My message is one, like no certain ethnic groups or an individual. No ethnic profiling and discussions related to that should be avoided. It's not going to help us, it's not going to take us any further. Now back to Obi. If Obi wants to be our president in 2027, then he would have to convince the Northerners that they are part of his vision in 2027 and beyond. He'd have to earn the trust of the Northerners, because right now he doesn't have it. It's not sellable in the North. Nobody really wants him to be the president. I do not know what his campaign committee is doing, but it's not sellable in the North. And I'm not saying this because North deserves some special treatment or whatever. No, because that's how Nigerian politics is structured. You cannot become the president without winning the trust of all the regions. And it's simple. If your movement allows for any community to feel the rhetoric that, they are not wanted, they are not included, it's going to be very difficult for you to convince them and earn their trust. And without the trust, they're not going to vote you. And I hope we all just come together.
Man, it's been a while. Oh. Okay, so everything there, brilliant gentleman. I've seen a couple of his videos and I appreciate his insight in some of the things. But there are a lot of contradictions here and there. But I would have been even more worried if he had not mentioned one particular line. And this is the line.
And it's simple. If your movement allows for any community to feel the rhetoric that, they are not wanted, they are not included, it's going to be very difficult for you to convince them and earn their trust.
If your movement allows any community to feel the rhetoric that they are not wanted, they are not included, that is it. That is the bottom line conversation. The problem here is that the profiling. These people are more bothered about the profiling. Suddenly there has been a new narrative going on that seems to say the North has not done enough. Whether it is the leadership, community-based leadership, or political leadership, the religious leadership, or the people itself, they have not done enough to agree that they have been part of the mess. Because there has been several efforts put in years and years, invested in, and help rendered on behalf of the nation and citizens to this part of the country, and it looks like they are not yielding any fruit. It's like one investment 10 years backward. It's unfortunate to know everything that Jonathan did, and we are back here discussing millions of out-of-school children, criminality to this level of religious biases, and all of these hates and killings and insecurity and insurgents. Obviously, we are being held back. Now, this conversation seems to be born out of a new Nigeria thought. Nigerians are realizing to say, North needs to wake up. We cannot be wanting to force help on you. People need to stand up and fight for their land, fight for your community, fight for your region. Suddenly, it is that profiling that people like this are now more uncomfortable with. And it's okay to be uncomfortable with profiling. But what are the solutions? Would you rather bother about the profiling or the problems in itself? Suddenly, because of all of this, I'm hearing Peter Obi needs to win the trust of the North. Peter Obi needs to tell the North all of the conversation the man has had over the years. In fact, there are certain sets of persons, especially from his region, who says that the man is trying to be pretentious because of how much of plans he has for the North. The man has spoken about the vast lands in Niger, in Taraba, in Gombe, spoken about how the North will be the engine room of the economic resuscitation master plan he has for Nigeria, how agriculture, production, manufacturing will be kickstarted, how education and health. The key component of Peter Obi's philanthropy, as it were, is even the North more than where he came from. So I wonder what you say when you say Peter Obi should come and convince you. Obviously, another part of this conversation is that you are probably not worried about the administrative. You are worried about the political. And that's a problem. Because when I hear conversation like this, what you are not saying is what I listen to. They needs to come and tell us. And at that point, he needs to say this and say that. Unfortunately, brother, I agree. We have a country to save. I agree that we need to sit back and look at how we can include all regions. There should be inclusive ideology to pulling this country together and say so that we can forge a common good and help this country from the hands of those that are currently mismanaging it. But you see, we need to also tell ourselves the truth in all of this. There have been many ways we have also been part of the problem. It is right now in this government where there seems to be a backing and ignoring of what the North is. The Bola Tinubu government has shown that it doesn't care what's happening in the North. It's shown it. And it's not because the funny part is not even making us from the South benefit from his government. Right? But if we truly want to have this nation saved or your region saved, we need to work together. Those of us in the South are ready to make this work, but you need to bring a collaborative hand. Don't sit back and say, we determine who rules, we determine who wins. And that's why we are going to write out all of this conversation. An ideology that makes you feel like we must determine, we are the political powerhouse. You have not come to. And when I hear that he's not celebrating the North, excuse me, brother, excuse me. A lot of regions in Nigeria can survive, even with a very failing government. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Some honest truth needs to be. We need to sit back and swallow some truth. Let's not go there. It's not sellable. Okay, not a problem there. Not a problem. But a lot of mess is going on. The North is now exporting security to that part of Nigeria. We must tell ourselves the honest truth. It's now becoming, and you will not be comfortable. You are worried about the profiling of your brothers from the North, whereas havoc is being done. These guys are Brazil with all forms of immunity, constituting nuisance around the country. Nobody's saying all of you are criminals, but we have criminals who are from your place. Deal with these issues. Let's tell ourselves the truth. You see, I'm trying to be as polite, as careful as possible, because we have a nation to save. We must all agree at this point that we need to tell ourselves this honest truth. If it was other regions in Nigeria that have been doing these things, some criminals from the North have been doing in other parts of Nigeria, it would have been more than this. We have agreed that we need to work together. Let's work together. Let's not sit back and expect people to come and we are looking for some form of preferential treatment. You need to be told what? Vote article.
Very, very anyhow, people. Peter Obi will never win 2027. Make people want to be the winner. Who you be? Thank God, Mr. Common Sense, for placing this kind of person where we belong to, because I don't even know the kind of words that I go even use for her. They will be asking, what do you have for us up north? The other day, Yusufu Usman, being a professor, he called himself, that Peter Obi needs to come and explain to them as what now. Obi is not sellable in the north, but Atiku is sellable in the south. Abi, very idiotic people. Now Atiku they sellable, now Tinubu they sellable. They should come and tell you as waiting. Of course, you can see the intent of his mind. Why is pointing from neutral standpoint is valid. The issue with it is just the fact that I've never seen Obi profile the North badly, but rather he emphasized how the North is key to whatever growth or process he's planning. So I guess the issue would be him maybe being ignorant of that. Okay, you mean this northern, I believe, a Fulani man. What this is saying is actually fact. Personally, I am campaigning for Obi. However, in most cases, I don't even succeed because Obi is not popular in the North. You know, go popular now. Obi is popular now, but the only, as if he's not popular, the only thing that makes him popular, they know him for, they will tell you that, he's supporting Biafra. Is that not what? He's not popular. So who they popular? Now Tinubu they popular. Now Buhari they popular, Siku they popular. Apart from Tinubu being a Muslim, how is he sellable in the North? That's it too. If he's not popular, then it is because they don't want to know him, because he has given the assurance to them, and that should be enough. No, see, they get now the kind of nonsense the way all of the already they strike. That is the reason why they will tell you that somebody is not sellable. Oh, you need to come and meet us. We will tell you what to do, what not to do. Unfortunately, when they have the power, what do they do with the power? What do they do with power? All of them. In fact, I have said it. A lot of people they crazy. Not only not they deal across board, whether from the Igbo extraction, from the Yoruba extraction. In as much we see how people see their hair not correct, we see how people see their hair correct. So it is not really a region thing. Well, what's trust exactly? Me, I don't understand though. You definitely misunderstood the points in the 10 sentences you are focused on. Will be this one, okay? That is the truth. Nice one, bro. But Tinubu is sellable. No sense in his brain. First ask him what Tinubu sold to them, or specifically what the order from him versus what they are getting. The question, that's a good question. Since Obi is not sellable, he needs to come and explain to them what he has for them up north. I will never forget that statement. So what did Tinubu say to them? No, waiting is Segide. I bet second base, Jerry. Second base.